SEQTA can make learning visible for every student. So let's see how this can be done. Well, first of all, learner qualities and learner capabilities. Learner qualities, or often you see them written as dispositions in school, these are the characteristics that you want the students to develop as a result of being at your school over an extended period of time. You want them to be resilient. You want them to be reflective, collaborative. They can actually work in a team because they need that for life after school. Now, the learner capabilities, these are the skills that students develop to become successful learners, and there's often a great overlap. So you want them to put these skills in their backpack and take it with them for the rest of their life. They're really good communicators, both written and oral. They have the social and collaborative skills. They have the self-management skills. They have the time management, the organisation skills, and they have great research skills. They just don't go Google shopping. And of course, they have the critical and creative thinking skills. In other words, they know how to learn and they will carry that through for the rest of their life. So how can this be shown in SEQTA? So I've come here to the student information panel, I'm selecting Jason and I'm selecting the wellbeing area. So schools can set up their own wellbeing categories. So they can add all of their learner qualities or dispositions in here. And they can add subcategories. So all of the individual items that make up a quality. You can add points, you can save it, because all of this is dependent on teacher observations. So this time I'm going to add a different one for Jason. So here it is, and this time I'm going to be coming down, choosing demonstrates resilience, but I'm deleting that, and I want this time that he's showing perseverance, and I'm going to give him 2 points for that. Now I obviously could add more detail if I chose to. I can then come to the wellbeing workspace or the pastoral care workspace. I can now filter on Jason, and now I can instantly see all the various learner qualities, the observations that teachers have made, and then I can follow up with that. I can be tracking it, I can be adding points and calculating from there. The other option that schools also have is they can be adding these capabilities, so the skills you want the students to develop and take with them for the rest of their life, to their unit planners and planners. So I've gone to the general capabilities. I've identified critical and creative thinking for this biology unit because I want them to apply logic and reasoning. They're going to be drawing conclusions and evaluating the investigations because they're actually going to conduct an investigation in this unit. What a wonderful way to develop these capabilities in this particular unit. So then if I now come into Jason Bourne's SEQTA Learn site, the other area I have here is this pastoral care area. So every time a school creates a wellbeing or pastoral care category, they can check and identify if they want that category to always be shared with the child and parent. And this is the sort of information that you would readily want to let the child and the parents know that they've been displaying these qualities because you want them to develop them as a result of being at this school. So there's lots of ideas there in how you can be documenting students' learner qualities or learner attributes and the capabilities.